Hello, BTT gang. Today we're taking a look at BitTorrent Cryptocurrency analysis and prediction in anticipation of the next 24 hours. Welcome back to Crypto Cash, your one-stop shop for cryptocurrency analysis. And before we take a look at this, let's go ahead and make sure you subscribe and like this video, of course, to make sure you're notified as soon as these videos are released, so you have time to plan out your trades as we provide cryptocurrency analysis videos on a regular basis. If you want to benefit the most from analysis, then we always recommend listening and taking notes. Be sure to watch the screen for graphs and charts that reflect the analysis. This guarantees you have only the important information that you will need heading into the upcoming trading day after fully watching this video. We will start off by analyzing the fundamentals, then move on to the technical data. We also provide you with potential action plans for the future, so stay tuned for that. Obviously, the goal is for you to be better prepared. And just know this is not financial advice. This video is designed for educational purposes only. Now let's get started with the fundamentals. BTT Cryptocurrency powers BitTorrent. BitTorrent allows content creators to connect with their audience, earn and spend digital currency without a middleman. The market cap is $1.8 billion, circulating supply of 989 billion, and there is currently no maximum supply. Today's high is 1 cent. Today's low was 0.0074. A 52-week high is 0.0135, and the 52-week low is 0.00012. It's an increase of over 9,000%, folks. That's awesome. This thing is cranking. And even though we had a slight slowdown recently, it's nothing to be worried about. I don't want you to be concerned because even though, yes, it is a daily change of negative 15%, we did have an initial weekly change of 181%. Okay, so it's definitely done very well. We got to celebrate that and keep the faith because this will continue. All right. The price has changed massively, though, in the past week. And, again, recently spiked up about 47%. We had our first sell-off recently, and here we are again 2 days later, and it's still selling off. But it is starting to level out, and the price is finding itself. So instead of the typical consolidation period, BitTorrent did drop down a lot lower than we expected, and it dropped way lower than the original support line at 0.0106. That became a resistance line because it was tested a few times in the last 24 hours and never quite jumped above. The new support level is 0.0074. This line has been tested 4 times now, so it's likely to be the bottom price. And now for the technical analysis. For my day traders out there, as you can see on the 15-minute chart, the previous consolidation period lost momentum and dropped below support at 0.01, basically 1 cent. Since then, it has dropped a couple of times to rise above this line with no luck. However, there is a bright side here. The support level 0.0074, it's been tested 4 times and still holding strong with a very little variance. Okay, so it's not going really far past it. It's kind of holding to that line. The thing to be mindful of, though, moving forward is the moving averages. The 50-day moving average was just passed, so be mindful of the 100-day moving average moving forward because it will likely get tested, and it has proven to be a very strong support level over the past 24 hours. So here's my action plan for day trading. Okay, so I'm going to consider waiting until 15 minutes after the 100-day moving average resistance level is tested to see if it breaks. If it falls below, then I'd want to wait until a second support level is created. In other words, wait for it to be tested twice, or for the 50-day moving average to catch up. Also pay attention to the relative strength index to identify if it's considered oversold. And of course, the MACD indicating it's crossing upwards at 2 points. This is a perfect situation. Of course, it doesn't always happen, but if it does, it'd be a good technical sign to buy. But this isn't necessary, of course. Another thing to verify, and this is probably the most important, is to just verify the VWAP is holding. And if so, you're in pretty good shape to take some quick profits. I would recommend maybe just not holding on for too long. So in this position, what I would do is I just kind of enter. I would essentially make sure that I only take a small portion initially and then maybe average up a little bit. And once it starts to die off, I would essentially average out. In other words, take 50% of my total invested, sell that position, and then maybe another 25 and 25. This ensures I'm always profitable, and if you do it right, you really don't have to worry about paying commissions. Not a big deal. For my swing traders out there, taking a look at the 4-hour chart, as you can tell, BitTorrent's no longer making higher highs, but that doesn't mean it won't continue to do so eventually, all right? And that could be very soon. In fact, we may have found the bottom at 0.0074 because the amount of times it's been tested so far. When cryptocurrency like BitTorrent goes on long bull runs, it's not uncommon for the price to eventually correct itself. So, swing traders out there, my hodlers, don't worry too much about what's happening right now. These things tend to happen and it does tend to increase. There's a strong likelihood that it will recover very, very soon if it's not already doing so now. So, just looking at the indicators, you can see the RSI shows us it's significantly overbought. This is a good sign. The MACD also shows us the bearish momentum is almost reaching its peak. So if you see those red lines down below, they are almost maxed out. We also have our first 4-hour green bar, which is another positive technical sign. So there's no doubt to me that BTT will recover. The question is, how fast will it recover? So if you ask me what my plans are, I plan to buy the dip. I will add to my current position and feel confident about doing so because the indicators that we've just reviewed, they seem to be working in our favor. Here's my action plan. I plan to do one of two things. I will either wait for the VWAP to be tested on the 50-minute chart and see if it remains above. Meanwhile, paying attention to the 50-day moving average, of course, to also see if that holds above. I feel like taking a smaller position would initially be beneficial just in case the VWAP doesn't hold. If it holds, then I would add to my position and see if it continues upwards. Second potential plan is just to wait approximately 30 minutes to identify if the currency is still respecting the support level. Then in that situation, I would probably be looking at opening a long trade position as close to possible to the support level, while keeping in mind that this would be a short-term trade. I always try to keep it short in these scenarios, just because when you're looking at the the MACD and other indicators, if it's not crossing at 2 points in upward fashion, that might mean that it's losing momentum. Okay, now this doesn't happen all the time, but when it does, you just want to be careful. So I would just take my profits whenever possible. I would leverage my position by selling in small portions. Usually, I honor the 50, 20, 25 rule for me. So I basically sell 50% first, and then 25 and 25 when I get closer. You can find a number that works better for you, but I think that this is ultimately what works best for me. So tell me, what would you like to do in this situation? Let me know in the comments below. How would you approach this? That being said, we can't stress this enough. You'll hear me say this time and time again. Make sure you take your profits when you can. Set a goal, stick to it. If you don't hit your goal, get out. The key to being a profitable trader is to survive to trade another day. If you find benefit from this content, please like and subscribe. We want to wish you the best luck on your trades and also want to learn and grow together as well. So let us know in the comments below what we can do to improve, but more importantly, what we can do to help you, grow as a trader, right? If there's other specific videos we can make outside of the analysis, be happy to do so, because we are planning to do some kind of, trainings, if you will, in the near future. But at this point, we're trying to grow the channel, make sure that we are well known, we have a decent subscriber base. So spread the good word. Really appreciate that. And if you have some things you'd like for us to analyze, please let us know. But our goal right now is to essentially kind of cover some of more important trends, like BTT is one of them, XRP perhaps is another, WIN is a third. We're likely going to consider one and VET as well. But if you have some good moving stocks or good moving currency rather, let us know. Be more than happy to help out. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you again soon. Have a great rest of your day.